Hello, everyone, and welcome to the W2 report for Monday, October the 18th, 2021. Today, we are going back into the metaverse for the turkey show. And before we get started, let us go over the ground rules for this conversation. And
if you think you might be being a dick, please review rule number 1. Do not do this. Do not contact anybody we're talking about. And especially when we're talking about for Earth 2, do not even go to their websites. Do not look up their email addresses. Leave them alone on Twitter. All of this shit, we do not want you harassing them or giving them business of any kind. do not do this.
And trust me,
you will be robbed.
Yes, you will be robbed. There is a reason why we wear we wear these targets on our backs. So, with that said, let us go into the discussion with today's meme and introduce our third man in the ring today, Mr. No Black Thunder.
Oink oink.
Welcome to the show today, No Black Thunder. It's been a long time since you last appeared on a W2 report. What have you been up to since?
Breaking my computer, fixing my computer, cuddling with cats.
And as a reminder, if you're anywhere in the European Union, do not go to US Amazon to get your computer parts.
That's a bad idea.
All right. We promised you at least a month ago a turkey show on Earth 2, and let's jump right into the discussion with the Earth 2 website. As you can see, I have temporarily paused the scrolling countries bar at the top of the website, and I did it for one particular reason, and that reason is, see this number right here? Yeah, see this number right here? 6173 at 61,000%.
That's based on the original 10 cents per square, which it never was.
No, it never was. Well, Upper Echelon released a video not too long ago that points out that this number is a fallacy.
Well, it was always a fake number. We already knew that.
Right.
And it gets worse because that number is even faker now.
Yes, and as you can see, you could probably see over here, I have three to four tabs open right now. And and let's visit the marketplace for the United States of America. Now, as you can see, the new land value is $1,800 at 760
per square. That's 10 square meters. It would cost you $1,800 to buy, supposedly.
Yeah, if you bought his 30 squares right now, it will cost you about $2,000 at $61.
Well, that's
per
for 30 squares, not for one. So you're talking about what? An area 30 squares by 10, or 3 squares by 10.
Right. And this person here is selling these tiles at $175.50.
For those of you who are interested, that's about 9.2%. About. That's just math. That's just the mathematics off the top of my head. Still talking about less than 10% of its supposed actual value.
Right. And do you want to know how I decided to jump on this live stream? There is a reason why. I sent you
a video from that spoke of this.
Yes. You did. But on the other hand, though, there is allegedly a 30% floor minimum.
Which is apparently being ignored, since this is live data.
Yes, this is very much live data, and as this is live TV after all, we don't get to fudge the numbers. So, this person here is selling his 30 tiles for -90% and a half.
Wow, what a
Okay,
deal.
the actual number is 9.48%. My bad.
Yeah.
Sounds like a really good deal, huh?
Well,
It'd be a great
considering,
deal if you could be guaranteed to be able to sell the shit afterwards,
yeah,
which you can't, because
no,
you have to spend money to get those things.
This this looks like when the cryptocurrency crashes, when everybody tries to sell, it looks exactly like that. -90, -90, -89, -89.
It
Jesus
gets better
Christ.
because the U.S. Stock Exchange operates the same damn way. So
Mm,
let's say for a moment that I own half of Microsoft. I
okay.
don't, but let's say for a moment. If I decided that I wanted to cash out and I dropped the entire half of Microsoft on the market at one time, holy shit, Microsoft would completely crash out. In fact, a drop of half the available stock or half the exit stock would obliterate Microsoft completely.
Wow.
Hell,
The
30% would do severe damage.
the interesting thing is that the calculated new land value is still 10 times higher than the actual value of the actually currently value of the land, because everybody is on that. Seems like price fixing to me, almost.
No, it's not. That's not actually price fixing. That's the
No, like
market reacting
artificially, yeah.
to the fact that they know they're getting fucked
mm,
in the
and I mean,
ass repeatedly.
basically, they artificially inflate the price of the new tiles, in my opinion.
Well, they did artificially inflate them.
Mm.
That was just all because they decided that people would have there would be a high demand for a good chunk of the rest of the Western world. So rather than sell them initially at 10 cents, they sold them at a hugely inflated price to begin with.
Even for Earth 2, that's kind of low.
You're talking about 170. Which squares are they? I want to know where they are.
Oh, good question you ask. Here's 30. Here's the one that was at 30 cents a tile, or rather $5 a tile that this guy's selling them for. Now, I'm not
What
going
town
to.
is that?
That is Sequin, Utah.
Okay, Utah is Utah's crap. Give me some numbers out of I don't know, New York City.
Okay. Let me see here.
See if there's anybody selling tiles in Seattle, San Francisco, or New York City. Dallas doesn't work quite as well, but it can still be used.
All right. How about San Antonio? Second here because I gotta rearrange shit. How about San Antonio? This is 64 tiles in San Antonio, Texas.
How much? Okay, how much do they want for it?
They want $375
For 64 tiles.
for 64 tiles.
So what is the claimed value of these tiles?
The current market value of these tiles, according to Earth 2, is $3,950.78.
And he's selling for how much?
$375. A minus 90% loss.
Yep, a straight up 90% loss. That's San Antonio. Again, give me New York City.
Okay.
If it is, I guarantee you, people are selling. If the bottom's coming out of this market, and it is, you shouldn't be see. If the bottom weren't coming out of it, you wouldn't see people trying to get titles, because sales of the 10-cent tiles, the ones out in the middle of fucking nowhere, Afghanistan, they aren't being sold at all.
Okay. This is interesting. How about Los Angeles?
LA will work. Where is that? That looks like Beverly Hills someplace. Okay. Yeah, X number of tiles, probably to surround. Probably that house in the center there is what they were actually trying to get. So, what is the claim value of these tiles?
Claimed value of these tiles is $617.31.
That can't be right. That's probably what he's trying to
$617.
sell it for.
No. $617.31. That's the current market value.
How many tiles are we talking about here?
Just 10.
10. So about $10 a tile.
He's currently selling them for $99. A 83% loss.
It
That's
sounds
because
like
he's getting
no.
greedy.
It sounds like no matter how you try to spin it, people try to sell it way below the market value, and still apparently don't manage to sell it.
Yeah,
And
that's just it. What we're looking at here is the things that aren't selling. If it's on the market, it's not being sold. Because if it was that good, these places wouldn't be here.
I
Right.
would feel cheated if the game tells me, "Hey, your market value is $1 million, and you have put $100,000 in, and the best, if you lucky, you can recoup is $100,000 minus fees." I mean, at best,
That's
like,
not a transaction fees on both ends, mind you.
Mm-hmm. And one more just for good measure. How about AT&T Stadium
Which is where?
in Dallas?
Cool. How many blocks here?
690.
Cool. Almost to the max.
He bought them for $3,000, and now he's trying to sell them for $6,000, an 84% loss.
Well, it's an 80. It's 80. That's 84% on the current max value.
Right.
But he's actually going to make a profit on them.
Right.
if we
Because
sell
at that price, and he can't, because
No.
it'd be gone by now. There is no the market demand has gone completely to shit, and what you're seeing here is a supply glut. You're not, and unfortunately, one like this isn't going to get cleared
No.
because AT&T Stadium is a major landmark in Dallas.
Yes, it is.
People
and I know
probably give directions based on that stadium.
And I probably could.
well, basically, so every reality that is a moderator that is doing his own YouTube show said this was a good investment to make money because he made millions. So doesn't mean he actually lied to us. We did.
But it is, but his message. I actually went to trouble survive. I actually survived one of his live streams.
Oh,
And yeah, no, it's all incredibly misleading.
Yes.
He hasn't lied per se, but he spun the information in such a way as to make it look better than it actually is.
well. He actually, we have caught him several times lying when he cut off graphs where cryptocurrency was crashing. He earlier made it really sound that he was a financial advisor before we warned him that what he's doing is illegal. We can say he has lied several times, to be honest, and misled people. If you mislead people
He
intentionally, it's
misleads
lying.
people as easily as he breathes.
Hmm?
He misleads people as easy as breathing.
Yeah, that if you intentionally mislead people, that's lying.
Okay. And let's take a look at. Let's take a look at another country, Italy. They're currently selling at $17.33 a tile, which is a $17,000% increase.
Again, assuming starting with every tile's 10 cents. Now, see if you can show me something out of Rome, preferably over the Vatican.
Okay,
Let's see what
I
the Vatican goes
got.
for these days.
Okay,
And I'll take
that.
you at your sale.
Well, actually, the Vatican is under Holy See, so.
No, it wouldn't that would no, it would not. It'd actually be Vatican City.
Give me a second. I got Venice, Milano,
Milan.
Milan, and.
Screw Milan. Venice is way better.
Okay, let's take a look at
That's a
Venice.
joke. Try Rome. Rome is actually your largest city there anyway. Oh, look, they got it over a soccer pitch.
I
Purchase.
wonder.
Okay.
I wonder what is the Statue of Liberty
flag
was
is that
also after this.
was under control by? Which flag is that? I've seen it before.
France.
Blue, white, and red vertical stripes.
France.
Is that? I thought. Yeah. I think you might be right. I thought. I thought it might be France, but something in the back of my brain said no. I thought France was horizontal stripes. I'm wrong. That's okay. Been known to have. So we got some Frenchy bastards that have purchased the air over a soccer pitch, or excuse me, as they refer to it there, a football pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And how much did he pay for it?
$44.40.
For the pitch? I'm impressed. How many critters? Is that a land class 1?
That is land class 2.
Land class 2. Okay. So how many tiles?
80.
80 tiles.
That
He
boils
got
down.
in real super early.
Yeah, and
If he
now
only paid $44.
And now he's.
How much is it supposed to be worth?
It's supposed to be worth $1,386.72.
And what's he selling for?
$150. A 89% decrease.
85% price cut. Yay. How's about jam apples? So, trying to implement a 30% price floor, you can't sell for less than 30% of its listed value. That's going to you're not selling it 10. If you're not selling at 10, you're not going to sell at 30.
No.
And instituting a price floor, the only thing that's going to happen here is
Let's get the SEC on your butt.
Not necessarily, because what you are going to do, however, is you're going to completely flatten the buying market. No one's going to buy, and your business goes completely to shit. But if I'm not mistaken, I think that's actually the goal.
Yeah, that is.
If there's no financial transactions, there's no way there's no more money coming in, and therefore you can't do all the things.
Well, in general, they should have made so much money from the claims that I have seen that they shouldn't have an issue developing the game for another 10 years.
Or more. I've seen those numbers too. But apparently, what was it by the last time I remember talking about this, it was June? It was May or June, and they were talking they'd already made $30 some odd million. Or 50? Was it 30 or 50?
It was closer to 50.
Yeah, some monstrous number. That's enough money to build a AAA game if you want to,
Yeah.
and you can be somewhat frugal in your spending. If you're not buying completely new infrastructure, then yeah, you could make a AAA game on that. Average budget for those is between $50 and $100 million, unless you're Grand Theft Auto 5, in which case Rockstar somehow managed to scare up $500 million to make their fucking game. I don't get that. I don't know what they used it on because I've played Grand Theft Auto 5 and it ain't worth that.
It's more toward their online shit.
Yeah, well, their online shit is making them serious cash. And I don't actually see that as a good thing. But that's me. I'm allowed to think those things.
All right. How about another country? While we're on the subject, let's see here. Since I picked out the last two, how about you pick out one, Croc?
Give me the White House.
White House? Okay.
The area over the White House. Well, actually, just about anywhere in DC should all be the same.
I think the
Okay.
White House is on sale. That's a really good estate. I mean, that's one of the most interesting real estates there should be, the White House, because it's such a big landmark.
All right. Hmm.
All right.
How about Cape Canaveral, Florida?
Ooh, that could be fun. Probably not. Probably not going to. Price tags on that are going to be as good unless you're over past 49. Well, that's okay.
Yep,
You can
this
give
is
it a go.
okay. This is Class 1 tiles in Cape Canaveral, Florida.
Yep,
130
right over like past 49. Woohoo! That's
and
complex 49 there.
yep.
It looks like it.
Oh,
Can't
it's
zoom.
owned by our old friend Tech Ops.
Ooh, even better. What do we got? How much is it supposed to be worth? He
It's
purchased
supposed
it
to.
for how much?
He purchased it for $4,039.20.
Okay.
The new market value is $8,148.49.
And
And
he's
he's
trying to sell
selling
for
it
about 800.
$6,000.
He ain't getting that. No way.
No. And ironically enough, I do have a nice little story to tell on Nameless and Tech Ops, the two people who run Alpha Kingdom. But that's another show.
Do I sense it? Is there a dragon in the chat? There's a dragon in the
Dragon
chat.
in chat. Yes. I see how he is. I am still not here. I'm not enough to see dragons. Okay. And let's go to page 2. How about Area 51?
Well, that should be interesting.
All right. In Area 51, we have 275 tiles in Alamo, Nevada, United States, currently owned by Puerto Rico. They purchased it at $30.80, and they're wanting a $15,000 return on a market value of $16,976.03. kind of scary when you think about it. Considering that this is not supposed to be on any map ever.
Yep.
All right. One
We
more country.
lost
Yeah. We apparently lost the squirrel. And he will be
one more
back in a second.
country. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go to my home country, Norway. Let's see how it's there.
All right. Let me take a look at Norway.
No, what are we talking about? Norway? Oh, okay.
Well, you disappeared, so
Yes, I did. I did, and I didn't intend to, which is worse. It was
All
the
right.
interwebs that dropped out for a minute.
you
All right.
always leave me.
All right. Norway, Norway, Norway. Norway. All right. And where do you want to go?
Oslo.
Oslo. Okay. Oslo, they're selling for $2.42 a tile new.
Mm-hmm.
And we got 2 tiles in Oslo, Norway. Selling at purchased at $3.30. Current market value is $4.84. And they're trying to sell it out at a minus 48% discount.
Interesting. Everything's on a discount.
Not everything. Especially Class 1 in North America.
Well, I think that says it all, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, especially since Norway's practically worthless.
Hey, we got oil. Bastard.
uh, so what do we know that Earth 2 is not going to buy back their own tiles.
Nope.
No, they're not required to do that. They're not
However,
required by their own terms of service. They can buy them back at 10 cents a piece
if they so desire.
if they want to, when they probably won't. And they can actually forcibly buy it from you at the price you pay.
Right.
So basically, 10 cents.
But unfortunately, that would be the honest way to that would be the semi-honest way to close down.
Why would
Okay.
they do that? That would be losing a lot of money.
Yeah, I know, right? They actually have to give money away, and they don't do that. But they also don't. If you sold it on to somebody else for whatever rate, they only have to pay back. They only have to pay back that much if they're being semi-honest.
Right.
And they're really not. Okay, they are not required. They could put it they can, according to their own terms of service, buy it back at the price tag that was supposedly on it initially.
Mm.
And
So
you know what that means?
If you bought it from somebody else for a higher price, then you lose a lot of money. You lose money no matter what in the end.
Yeah, everybody's going to lose it.
Also, I find it really interesting that they can buy the tiles back that you paid for the same money that you paid for. Like, when would you use that? I mean, if you want to try to abuse it, you would have that in there in case of like, okay, new land value is much higher now. we can make more money because there's no tiles left, so we force buy back the tiles and sell them again. I mean,
Actually,
that would
this
be the
gets better
greatest.
because all they have to do for the people that could take the biggest losses is ban them.
Mm.
They can just ban these people, and there's nothing that can be said.
Now,
Oh
granted,
look! Oh
go
look!
ahead.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what they're gonna do with the price floor. I think I know exactly what they're gonna do with the price floor. All these people that are currently buying at currently trying to sell at 10%. They go, okay, our terms of service says that you have to do it this way, and you can't charge less than 30% of the actual of our stated value for the tiles. Therefore, you just broke our terms of service. Banned.
Exactly.
You have violated the terms of service, and therefore you don't get to. You don't even get your money back then.
Well, if they would have been honest, that would have been an automated system blocking you. Because that shouldn't be hard to program in. That should be really easy.
Well, given the fact that there's really, generally speaking, there's only two well-known developers on that team.
Mm.
Yeah,
they may be the only developers when you think about it.
yeah.
And what does it take? What does it take to build a website that breaks things up into 10-meter squares and compares that to a Google map plus a database? Databases are dead easy if you know what the hell you're up to.
Yeah.
A very little bit of SQL will get you everywhere.
Absolutely. And then what makes this even worse is the fact that they're still advertising new tile prices on the main page. And saying
Yep.
and they're saying, "Oh, look how much you can possibly earn if you buy in now."
Mm. I mean, I'm pretty sure if somebody regularly would look into it, they would find a lot of illegality, like illegal things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Yep.
I mean, yeah, there's some stuff in here that makes me want to cringe. But on the other hand, though, circling back to exit strategies, what do can we reasonably predict Shane Isaac's exit strategy right now?
I wouldn't say no because everything is open, but I mean, there is a high chance that he just closed down, like say, "Oh, we did run out of money," and then just blames negativity around what's been said. I mean, that's a standard thing scam developers do. Like, "Oh yeah, we got a lot of flack, so it's because of that. I'm sorry." They close down and take off with the money that's left. I mean, that's a possibility. Because I don't see any way that this was any time legit in any way. So yeah, I think I'm open for that. That it just closed down and run away.
And did we lose a squirrel again?
No, we did not.
Okay,
Squirrel is
good.
just being quiet and listening.
Okay, so we have a possibility that Shane Isaac could just run away with the money, close down the website, what have you, and just run
Mm-hmm.
away with the money.
Yeah, of course. When the servers cost more than the money you take in, why keep it up? Where's the point in that?
Except that he's going to, if he does that, he's going to have some potential legal issues. especially here in the United States.
I mean, he just could fire everybody and stop working on it. Just keep the website there and come
Like
with no
Caspian
new
did.
updates.
Like Caspian did in Chronicles of Valyria.
Mm. Well,
Chronicles of
Chronicles of
America.
Valyria was just
Can you
an
type that out for me there, Mr. Sanjin?
Sure, I can.
Chronicles of Valyria is an amateur not knowing what he's doing, and then yeah, messing up.
However, I can reasonably argue that Shane Isaac is also an amateur because he has no game development experience. He brought in people with game development experience, and he should have known better.
Yep.
Of course, he should have known better. Of course, he doesn't, because that would take brain power, and he doesn't seem to have that.
Well, I'm still convinced that Shane Isaac from the beginning never planned to actually make it to the end, and it's a planned scam in my opinion. And I stand by that because he's not listing a real business address. They use words like the Matrix and Ready Player One without describing actually at all what they are doing. And they do the typical scam, pyramid scheme, Ponzi scheme stuff.
Right.
Like I cannot in an honest way believe in any way that they were planning honestly in any way this ever.
Well, don't look at me. I have. Don't look at me. I've never quite managed to wrap my head around about what this guy's been thinking. So,
well,
And also,
if he has the capacity.
also to back up a little bit of what I was saying is if you think about it, that how they have gone after critics by taking it down with both DMCA and privacy complaints. I mean, no reasonable company does that. Normally, they send a cease and desist letter instead of using privacy complaints, etc., to take critics down.
See, here's the problem. You actually need those critics.
Oh
if
yeah.
you're running a game, if you're running some sort of a game, you actually need those critics. You need them, and you now. Not having those creatures is a completely different is a serious issue. Because people are going to start if you're removing your critics, people are going to look at you like, "Why are you doing that? You plotting on me, boy? Is your game that bad that you have to that you have to silence critics?" The answer, of course, is yes, but that's not the issue. Or at least Shane seems to think that the answer is yes. Of course, I think Shane's an idiot.
Yeah.
And mostly as a result of his behavior. The scam itself is actually quite clever.
Right, because it's never been seen before.
Oh, that's not entirely true, but it is close enough. I mean, there was that guy that's still selling parcels of the moon and Jupiter.
Oh yeah. But at least, but at least the difference between the two is that there's trying to the guy that was selling parts of other planets are doing it on a physical location. Here, this guy's doing it virtually.
Honestly, you know what? Honestly, that's bullshit. Because you're never going to go get to see that square meter of moon that you bought, quote unquote bought. There's no tracking of who bought what for who and for how many cookies. You get a pretty certificate, and that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you're paying for.
that you get the certificate, I suppose, is one thing, but you can't actually. But the problem here is that no human can actually lay claim to a body that they do not live on or cannot live on, because frankly, you can't live on that.
Right.
Come here, Taskman. All right.
So, if we really wanna say, look, actually, you know what? Something just clicked.
What?
Please
Uh,
tell.
okay. This Earth 2 is the scam we're talking about, right?
Mm.
Now, picture, if you will, somebody saying, "Okay, um, I picture, if you
I'm not
will,
hearing.
yeah,
I'm not hearing Sanjeev. I'm not. I'm only hearing bits and pieces of the Sanjin.
okay, let me turn down my gate.
How about you kick voice meter in the freaking head?
Okay, how about now? Okay,
That's better.
okay. So picture, if you will, somebody going around selling paper certificates of a virtual Earth.
Mm.
Do you think that the guy selling paper certificates of the moon and Earth 2 not being that dissimilar?
I think
It
it's
would
clear
actually
to
be
me.
similar. First off, you have on Earth, property rights are enforced most places.
No, I'm talking about Earth 2.
The problem with Earth too is the question of scarcity. He's trying to create scarcity without there actually being any.
Right.
You just open another server and sell it all again. In theory, at least, it's just a money printer.
Right.
But when you get people like Arya Realty and their ilk in the mix, screaming about how this is such a great investment opportunity, whether they're qualified or not, you wind up with people that don't have the money investing in a thing that is going to just
Blow
fall over
up.
dead.
Yeah. I mean, there
No, it's not
is.
even going to do that. It's going to fall over dead.
Yeah.
And whatever money they didn't have, because I actually heard tell, and I do not know this individual. And consider this rumor. Somebody took out like $100,000 loan, uh, a real estate loan, no less, for not a real address, but to hand over to Earth 2.
Wow.
And then when what they actually bought was called was they were called out on what they actually bought with that money. The loans were called in. That guy is so bankrupt right now, he'll never get out.
That is the
Not
most
to mention,
scariest. Yeah, that's the most scariest part. All the people that
worse,
have invested.
he's actually looking at doing time for fraud, financial fraud.
Yeah.
Never mind the banker that gave him the loan. subprime adjustable rate mortgage for $100,000 that he then handed over Earth 2. And if there's one of those, there's more.
Yeah. And just picture how many of them.
Again, treat it as rumor,
Right.
but it is not a. But it is a rumor that has a reasonable possibility of being at least mostly true. Because I have not been able to verify that. I have not been able to verify the particulars.
I
don't have access to that level of financial system.
You can be pretty sure that somebody for sure managed up taking up a big loan and for thinking they're making a lot of money. It's like with a lottery where people or other betting sites where people spend a lot of money because they think they're gonna make the money back and more than that by winning.
And they don't.
Yeah, normally they don't
because the lottery is a tax on people that are bad at math.
Mm.
That is true now, and it has always been true.
Exactly. Well, it's really sad how many people going to be scammed in the end or end up without anything. That is the saddest part, if you ask me, and the soul.
Yeah.
Debacle.
And to circle around to that guy who took out $100,000 loan. Just picture if he did that on Aria Realty's advice.
Oh, that would be bad. That would be bad indeed. Unfortunately, something like that is eminently possible.
It's very the worst thing is it's very likely, most likely.
Just the picture of it alone, of somebody taking out a subprime loan just to bet it all on Earth 2 on a YouTuber's advice is very, very scary.
And it's
never,
not doubt.
Ever in your lifetime or anybody else's, take financial or medical advice from a YouTuber.
Nope. Not even legal advice.
Even if they do call themselves Dr. Hovind.
Don't even take legal advice from actual lawyers on YouTube.
No, you don't want to do that. But all of the lawyers in question, they have an ethical responsibility to tell you to get local counsel.
Yep.
They can go through all the ones I've seen. They go through legal decisions, give their breakdowns, etc. This is not, and all of them assume that this is not legal advice, or they make very clear that that this is cultural commentary.
Right. Like Nick Ricada, for example.
Well, Nick Ricada will flat out tell you, don't take legal advice from me, go get local counsel.
Right.
Viva Price says the same thing. This is not intended as legal advice.
Right.
Emily Baker makes it clear up front each and every time that this is cultural commentary. This is what we do. Good logic. He tells you if you ask him a question about whether or not X thing is legal in X place, he'll tell you to go talk to a local attorney.
Right. Heck, if we were in a somewhat similar position, we would tell you the same thing. I mean, we're not.
In fact, I make it very clear when I do live streams. I make it very clear. This is my opinion, of your opinion. What you're looking at is somebody else's opinion.
And Opal chimes in. Well, CNN never told me never do my own research and just to trust them.
Yeah, no, you don't do that either. Trust but verify. And actually, if you're talking about CNN, don't bother the trusting part either.
It's really funny when it comes to opinions and who to trust. That reminds me back in the days, people were saying like a couple of years ago, "Oh yeah, Fox News, it's fake news," and like, yeah, so is a CNN theoretically, and like, what's your source? And like, yeah, well, I'm not sure. It was a really well-known fact checker, like that fact checks, and it rated Fox News and CNN equally trustworthy. And then again, they also labeled CNN on Fox News equally not trustworthy when it came to their opinion pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whi-
First
Which
off,
which I
opinion.
think which I think is a
You
fair
always take
conclusion.
opinion for what it's worth. And yeah, we're not financial experts. Some of us some of them have some learning in that direction, but we are not experts in financial matters. You want one of
Mm.
those? Talk if you want something like that. Talk to a broker, talk to an economist, talk to your accountant. Your accountant will tell you not to go anywhere near that shit. Why? Because it's going to cost you money, and their job is to keep you from having to pay money. That's what they do. That's their job. Okay. I talked to my wife, who is an economist, about this thing, and she went, yeah, no.
uh,
Most people, I think you don't need to be a common economist to say no like that. The whole
If you
scam,
haven't,
the issue is with the
what
whole
you need is
scam
a
system.
small amount of brain tissue to
Yeah.
realize that digital property is worth exactly zilch.
Let's take an example. Back in the days when I was a kid, like really young, I think how old was I? 8 years or something like that. My mom came in sad, really sad, like, what happened? She said, "Yeah, well, I wanted to borrow some money from a loan broker, and he asked me if I could, like, before I got the money to loan, I had to prove that I could pay it back, so I had to prepay him some money to loan money." And I look at her like, that sounds like a scam. And she started crying because that was exactly a scam. And even a stupid little thing like me knew it was a scam. And she was so angry with herself because she thought it was so easy. She was so trustworthy. But she lost, what was it, $5,000 or something like that overnight?
yeah,
It's like things that sound too good to be true are normally too good to be true.
Are
yeah.
normally exactly that. Way too good to be true.
Mm.
Not to mention, generally speaking, a huge pain in the ass. You can't just, if you're going to spend money, spend it on something that actually has some history to it.
Right.
I think spending money in the stock market is most likely more safe than than spending it on Earth too, because stock market you have at least regulations around it.
Well,
Well,
Earth Two is
even if
yeah.
you didn't have regulations, you can easily track the price of stock
Yeah.
because that shit's everywhere.
Mm.
However, we don't even know what the algorithm, and we know what the numbers look like. It's actual economic activity. We have some wonky little algorithm with Earth 2, and we have no idea where any of that data comes from.
Nope. Because
Well,
they inflated artificially on the amount of tiles sold, not of what people think it's worth. That's the big difference between the stock market and Earth 2. Earth 2 calculates, or they have a preset price on amount of tiles sold. And that's the worth of the tiles now, not what actually people like what money they put on. That's a big difference. Yeah. Compared to stock market demand and supply and what people are willing to pay. That's what's on the stock market, and even in basically every cryptocurrency says what the value of the cryptocurrency is. It's the demand and supply.
On the subject of cryptocurrency, Shane has another potential way out of this mess, and that's to convert all of this stuff to convert everybody's e-dollars into that cryptocurrency he was talking about, quote unquote cryptocurrency, which is not decentralized, etc. And then and then wait for the market on that shit to tank and just shut up shop. Because
Yeah,
nobody's going to have any kind of a. I can't imagine anyone is going to have any kind of confidence in in a currency, in a crypto that isn't actually crypto, since they can just issue those coins as they see fit.
yeah, it's a lot like BitConnect, which Callum Upton in his brilliant video put out. It's a lot like BitConnect. So
Yeah, it's the BitConnect scam all over again. Here, we're
Mm.
gonna take your Bitcoin. We're gonna convert it to this other thing, which we swear up one side and down the other. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Is going to be is going to hold its value.
Well,
That it
they
did.
already did that. They already did that. It's called Earth $2 because it's not dollars anymore, US dollars. They have converted it to their own currency
No, no, no,
format.
no, no. That is what's referred to as site or in-game currency.
Yeah,
That's not a crypto. Crypto
no,
actually, the idea
but
of
they
crypto
could.
has
Yeah,
a reputation and some backing behind it.
yeah, but they could change the value of that. Like, oh, it's not $1 to $1 anymore. Sorry.
Okay. The exchange, yeah, no, he could fuck with the exchange rates too. I missed
Mm.
that's one I came up with earlier today and then completely spaced on.
I
Now
mean,
that
I
you've
mean, I mean,
reminded me,
I mean, let's say people say, okay, I have 200,000 Earth dollars in my account because I sold tiles, but I haven't taken them out yet. Shane, like let's say the last thing that he could do in this game, like can say, okay, $1 is not $1 anymore. It's now $1 is 1 cent worth suddenly, and he can keep that money too if he wants because and it could even be legally because it's a digital valuta like an in-game currency where he can define the price and the value of in the end.
of all
absolutely.
of the things, yeah.
I mean because why else make it a digital valuta, yeah, instead of just saying, okay, you actually have that and that amount of dollars.
Well,
I
it's
mean
already like
Steam.
that.
Mm.
Well, it's already
Because
like
Mm. Because Steam wallet, as an example, they say you have that and that money in that currency. It's not converting it to Steam dollars. It's giving you the actually
No,
worth in
because
dollars.
that's what should happen.
Mm.
But again, if you're buying in-game currency, you know it ain't gonna be, regardless of what you paid for it. You know it's not going to be worth that much. It's
right.
not going to hold a. It's not going to have any significant value. Um,
What makes this even worse is
for example, I don't know, sell to Singularity. Okay, you can buy little Darwinium cubes. You can buy thousands of the damn things if you want to put out $100. But you're gonna run through them in short order. Same thing with Elite Dangerous and Arcs. Um,
and GTA dollars.
oh yeah, don't get me started on those shark cards. What the unholy fuck? Because you actually, but for those currencies, you're not going to get anything out of it. You can't turn them back into cash.
Earth
You
two
buy a
dollars,
shark,
you can.
or $2. Supposedly you can. I have not heard very many people. I have not heard of very many people that have managed to get that. That have managed to get their money back out. Not unless they were early adopters,
Right,
and sometimes not even then.
right. But
Well,
the
wasn't
point
there
that
the
I
one
was
guy that had been an early adopter, bitch up one side and down the other? He couldn't get any of his money out, not without like social security number and bank details and all the other crap, or tax numbers or whatever the hell it was. I don't even know where the guy was from,
right.
but you had to give Shane enough information that he could steal your fucking identity, and then
I
sue
s-
you for being him,
yeah,
and then
I
sue
find
you for being.
I find that now you customer out because normally only banks need to know that stuff. I mean, I can put money into Steam, I can sell stuff on Steam, and I can take money out of Steam. And Steam never did a KYC, like, know your customer thing, ever.
Wait. Hold that thought. You can actually get them to send bits of your Steam wallet off into your bank account in cash. I didn't think you could do that.
Well, I have gotten money from Steam out. I mean, not sure how. I mean, when I refunded, maybe you cannot take money out directly. Maybe not.
No,
Once it's in
Maybe
your
you.
Steam wallet, it doesn't come back out. However,
right.
you can if you're refunding a game, I think it's within 30 days or some shit.
Yeah. Anyway,
Actually, it's
anyway.
2 hours of gameplay no matter what, but you actually wind up but you can get your money back out that way. They'll just send it back to whatever it was that you took it out of in the first place.
Yeah. The other way you also can do is, can you buy Steam gift cards on Steam? And let's see, Steam.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
they actually have the ability to buy Steam gift cards on Steam.
So basically, you can take you can sell something on Steam, on the marketplace on Steam, buy gift cards when the money's in your wallet, and then you go and sell the gift cards instead.
Well, you can actually sell Steam gift cards on the you can sell Steam gift cards on the fly. That's a thing that you can do, because that's actually that you have a, because they'll give you a code for it. But
Yep.
You can sell the code
Exactly.
somewhere else if you feel like it.
So basically, you can actually get your money out of Steam.
In theory, in practice, It doesn't work quite that way. But I know there was one time I managed to sell enough cards to buy a AAA game. In fact, a good chunk of the purchase of Tales from Arise came from card sales. I just went through and I sold like 30 worth of freaking cards. Took me it took me a day. And I got enough for the base version, and I had enough handy for the rest of them. So
Okay. I think we are at the point now where it is time to say goodbye to everybody.
Is it? Oh, no fun. These are no fun. We haven't finished ragging on Shane yet, though. We need to rag on him some more.
Okay, let's rag on him some more.
I think for the next time we should try to invite Shane.
Oh no, that will never happen. I might be able to get him. I might be able to get him on for an industry interview if I could keep him from recognizing my voice from here. He probably doesn't watch these videos anyway. But if Sanji asked, then he'd go back and look at all of the stuff that's markers too, and that would end badly.
Yeah,
I might be able to trap him into it.
I couldn't even get Nameless on this live stream.
Nameless? Why not?
Because he says, quote, "I'm not premium brand," and he told me to F right off.
Yeah, well, I'm not premium brand either, and he can still fuck off. I don't need him.
Well, anyway, No Black Thunder, I thank you for coming on. Huh?
Didn't he tell you that a few months ago too?
Yeah, he did.
I think he told you that a couple of months ago. Did you ask him again? And he
No, I
told you
didn't.
to fuck off one more time?
No, you didn't. I didn't ask again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So,
All right.
Yeah, it probably is time.
Yeah, No Black Thunder, I'd like to thank you for coming on for this W2 report. And as always,
I'm just a squirrel that's here to make points and keep some people from talking too much.
Like me.
I didn't say that. I did not once name a name.
Anyway, I'd like to
Don't
thank you
assume
for coming on.
See, that's actually ego. That's actually ego turning up. You think I'm talking about you, but I didn't say that. I didn't speak such words.
No, you didn't. And it is. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for turning up as always.
Okay,
And
I'm just a squirrel.
anyway, I have been
I'm a squirrel.
Sanji.
I'm a cocker squirrel with an attitude. And
Anyway, I
remember,
am.
when I'm not around, you have to refer to me as master.
Yes, yes, that's true. Anyway, I have been Sanji Mura. I'd like to thank you for watching the W2 report. Tomorrow at 11 p.m. U.S. Central Time, I'm going to live stream on Twitch for the post W2 report live stream, and I will see you guys on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Sanji Himura. Until then, I have been Sanji Himura. Stay safe. And
Stay
don't
sane!
go insane. Don't go insane. Like us. All right. See ya.
Insane? No, I'm way past that.
All right, folks. See ya.
My shrink, he's scared of me now.
See you.
I kid.